There are tales that should never be told, and incidents that would have been better left undone. In places far from the light, in the heart of the night, when the wolf returns to the edges of the forest, our destinies intersect with a dark world of secrets and the dead. There is no place to hide, no way to escape. Our footsteps leave their trace, red dust rising into the air, and shadows surround us from every side. We discover that reality can be far more terrifying than we ever expected, and that courage is not only facing death, but facing what we never knew even existed. What you are about to hear is the testimony of someone who was never meant to survive and never expected to see what he saw. Turn off the lights and listen. At his twin-bedded room, he inserted the key into the door and wished me a good night. So I said to him jokingly, "Anyway, be careful. The photos are still with you, and as the story always goes, you'll find a terrifying gang chasing you because the film reveals something they don't want anyone to see. Or, if it's a horror story, that monster will enter your room through the window tonight to kill you and destroy the film. What a devil you are." He said it while punching my shoulder so hard he almost dislocated it, then went into the room with his family. And now I go to my room. It is not very luxurious, my room, but it is comfortable, and it has an air conditioner that works fairly well. The bed is somewhat soft and fortunately free of insects. And now I lie in bed, feeling that numbing pleasure one feels when taking off one's shoes after a tiring day and burying hot feet in cool covers. And the door is knocked gently. I got up heavily toward the door, almost certain that I would find our friend Dalma standing there, staring at me with that terrifying black hollow. Cautiously, I slid the bolt and opened the door, and found a thin young man with delicate features, standing in polite tension as if waiting for permission to enter. I looked at him questioningly, and he said in poorly pronounced but correct French, "Sir, I am Gabriel, a room attendant here. May I?" "All right. I did not call for you, my boy." I was about to close the door, but he pleaded again, "Please, sir, it is something important and urgent." I thought for a moment, then decided there was no harm in hearing what this young man had to say, after letting him in, of course, so I allowed him to enter and gestured for him to sit. He said, sighing in relief, "Thank you, thank you. Now, say what you have to say," he said. "You photographed the zombie Dalmas tonight. Don't ask me how I know, because I have my own sources. Now let me warn you, you must leave Jamaica within hours to any other country." I yawned, lit a cigarette, and asked him, "Is this a threat? I mean, is the gentleman threatening me?" He said immediately, "No, no, it is only a warning, because what will happen tomorrow, if you do not follow my advice, will be unbelievably horrible. And I hate for it to be said that I let this tragedy happen despite knowing it was unnecessary." I exhaled cigarette smoke, as his tone had indeed succeeded in making me uneasy. I said to him, "Our first evening on this island does not seem pleasant at all. There are many things I do not understand. For example, who is this Delmas? And what does the word zombie mean, which you speak of as if it were part of my own vocabulary? And what is wrong with an innocent photograph?" He thought for a moment, then asked me cautiously, "Do you trust me, sir?" "Yes, I trust you as much as I trust anyone I've met for the first time 15 minutes ago." "Excellent. Put on your clothes and come with me to meet someone who will explain everything to you." The fool did not understand my joke. He only understood that I truly trusted him. But there was a strong temptation to go along with this young man to the end. The situation was intriguing, and curiosity was killing me. Besides, he was too weak to harm me, at least with his bare hands. Add to that exhaustion had reached a point where things reverse and sleep flees from your eyes. "I will not wake Harry, because the whole matter may be nothing but a silly prank." "And where will you go?" "To the alley behind the hotel. It is my apartment." "All right, but give me a few minutes to change my clothes." As soon as he left, I began to get dressed, and of course I did not forget to slip my pistol into my trouser pocket. That pistol whose presence at customs had gone unnoticed, especially since weapon detectors had not yet been invented in those happy days before the fashion of airplane hijackings. On a small piece of paper, I wrote the following in clear handwriting. "Harry, I have gone with Gabriel, the hotel attendant, to his place in the alley behind the hotel. Please come rescue me. I turned off the room light and followed Gabriel after locking my door. At the threshold of Harry's room, I bent down in front of Gabriel's astonished eyes and pushed the note I had written under the door. For a moment, confusion appeared on the young man's face. Then it lit up with understanding, and he said, "Ah, you are informing your friend of your whereabouts as a precaution. I did not know you were a genius, forgive me." He smiled gently and said, "It is a good idea, but only in one case, that my name really is Gabriel, and that my home really is behind the hotel. You know nothing about me except what I told you. In that case, there are other solutions. Like the pistol in your pocket." He pointed to the bulge made by the pistol in my trousers and continued, "I do not blame you for these precautions. But the matter does not require all this complication. It is only a few minutes, and then you will return. Trust me." And we walked through the dark streets to the sound of stray dogs barking in the distance. What if he knew that my pistol contained only 2 bullets because I had not bought ammunition for it since I purchased it? The smell of the apartment was suffocating, and the furniture of the room was truly ugly. In the living room, he introduced me to a gray-haired black old woman. All her teeth had fallen out and wrinkles covered her face. Her fingernails were long like claws, and a repulsive oily smell emanated from her. From her ears hung large earrings. "My mother, Marcia. Please introduce yourself because I do not know your name." Rafat Ismail, a doctor." The old woman shook my hand with her claws and invited me to sit. Then she lit a thick, foul-smelling cigar, took 2 puffs from it with skill and experience, and drank a large gulp from a bottle beside her, while the boy said proudly, "My mother is an expert in voodoo rituals. What you have just heard is not the end. It is only part of the picture, a small fragment of a longer chain, where every answer creates a new question. Some secrets are never buried, and some nightmares do not end when you wake up. There are still details yet to be revealed, faces that have not appeared, and truths which, if you were to know them in full, you would wish you had never known. Until we meet again, remember, not everyone who survived has truly survived."